Hi, everybody. Welcome to Green Rose Spirituality. My name is Stephanie, and this pick a pile was what gentle, loving message from Spirit. And that is my cat. He's losing his mind. Did you lose me? Oh, he's funny. Anyways, I'm going to leave that in the video because it was hilarious. Anywho, so this is a gentle, loving message from Spirit in regards to a past life aspect of self that you are healing in this life. And we have, and not everything will fit in the view of the camera because my thing isn't high enough. So I'm going to do my best to show all the cards and we'll go from there and see how this goes. And any feedback, I greatly appreciate it. Always, always, always. Okay, so that's pile number 1, number 2, and number 3 over there. So I'm just going to move things out of the way so I can get this pile 1. Isn't she pretty? I love my crystal moons. Okay, what aspect of self let's get these all in. So I'll read the 2 top cards and explain the 2 bottom cards very briefly, and then I'll give you the messages that I'm getting and what I feel from this pile. So the top card says, "We, your guardian angels, ask you to invite us into your heart. Talk to us at any time. Share with us your fears and concerns as well as your joys and pleasures. There is no need to be formal, for we have known you since before the dawn of time. In fact, we know you better than you know yourself, and we love you just as you are." And then the other one, "You are protected by a higher power that wants to help you. If the path seems blocked, there is a good cause. Take this as divine intervention." It's hard to read when you're getting messages. "Take this as a divine intervention, a sign from above, and wait. When the time is right, all flows with ease." Okay, and then we got the 10 of Swords, which talks about something defeating, something difficult, something that was heavy, something that was hurtful, something that just wasn't working for you, coming to an end, and something new is on the horizon. New beginnings being on the horizon. And vows, that one is just vows. Vows of faith, vows of love, just vows. What I'm getting from this is this is probably only going to resonate with the people who are in relationships, or maybe it's a relationship that you're coming out of and just wanted more information about or curious about. But I do feel like there is a past life soulmate where the relationship continued in this life. It does feel like the relationship in this life, it's coming to an end, or it has come to an end, or you have been thinking about it needing to come to an end. I'm just going to feel for a second. You might have been involved in a relationship where no matter how hard you tried to make it work and to create something with this person, it just kept on not working out. It's like The more effort you put in, the more difficult it got, or the more the door closed, but you kept trying and you keep trying because you really care about this person. And you might feel like you have known this person before. You might feel like you know how to read this person in ways and feel connected to this person in ways that you don't necessarily feel with other partners. And that can be a really trippy feeling, because when you feel that sort of deep soul memory connection with somebody, it's hard to let go of. It's hard to release because you feel like something is so strongly there. So what I feel from this one is it's almost like learning the lessons in this relationship. In your past life, you were with them as well. That's why you recognize their soul. That's why you feel like you know them. And creating a bond with them. And I feel like for some of you, those lessons that were learned in a past life, instead of, how do I put this? Sometimes we learn that the person is not right for us, but we stay anyways because it's comfortable, because it's safe, because you know what it is. And change can be very difficult. So it's almost like for some of you, you were with them in a past life and you just didn't or wouldn't or couldn't find that courage to step out and end that relationship. Now, obviously, like past life, sometimes when you were in a relationship, you were in that relationship until one of you died. Divorce was frowned upon, separation was frowned upon, whatever the reasons or whatever the circumstances. You weren't able to walk away from it in your past life. And in this life, the final lesson is learning that you can walk away in this life, finding that inner empowerment, finding that courage, ending that cycle with that person, not repeating cycles of what no longer works for you. And that might be very difficult because there's that soul connection, that soul memory, that thing where you feel like you know them, you recognize them, you understand them on a level that you feel nobody else can. And it's because of past life connections. The door is being closed or has been closed. For some of you, you have already done this. You have already walked away from that person. You already closed that door. And this could be the validation that you were seeking and a little bit more information to kind of put more puzzle pieces into place. And always, 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 whenever you're listening to a reading, only take what resonates, because 80% could be for you and 95% could be for somebody else and 40% could be for somebody else. So take what resonates, okay? But it feels like you need to know that doors that close and refuse to open, it's not your fault for not trying hard enough. It's not your fault for not giving more. It's not your fault for them not being able to give or receive. It is being closed for a reason, because there's another door that is waiting for you to open. There's new opportunities. It feels like there's a new cycle to begin, a new path that is opening up in front of you or will be opening up in front of you. And for some of you, when it comes to making a commitment to somebody, closing that door could be very difficult. And I get that very strongly with that vows card. It's like a vow, a vow of commitment. This could very well be a marriage or a deeply committed relationship, even if it's on one side and that side is yours and not necessarily on theirs. Or it could be both of you. Both of you tried, both of you kept on trying, and it just kept on not working, and it kept on not working. There doesn't always have to be a bad guy when a relationship comes to an end. You can sit there and be like, you know what? It's just not right for me anymore. It doesn't resonate with me anymore. It just doesn't feel right for me, but that love for that person is still there. A lot of times when we have past life connections in this life, it is because they are soul family. So even if you are ending a relationship and maybe keeping a friendship or not keeping a friendship, the chances of that being part of your soul family are huge, absolutely huge. So even though you might not have a deeper connection in this life, those lessons and teachings that you were needing to learn from each other for this life, or a continuation from the past life into this life. Anyways, that's just going to get confusing. But those lessons that you guys were contracted with each other to learn and to grow from, that is the purpose. That is the purpose. It's not to make it painful. It's not to sit in silence. It's not to give up what is important to you so that somebody else can be happier than you are, or it's not to think that that is something you have to sacrifice within yourself, is your happiness. There's a lot of things that are coming up. So whoever resonates with any of that. And the gentle message is, when one door closes, another one opens, and it's in divine timing. So when we feel like we are closing a door or needing to close a door or have closed a door, there's an in-between time, because there's time of healing. There's a time of processing. There's a time of releasing. And then in divine timing, that new door comes. Trust the process. The difficulties are coming to an end or have come to an end. And I just want to grab this. See if I can read it on the camera. Woo. We, your guardian angels, ask you to invite us into your heart. I'm feeling reaching out to your guides. Show me the next steps in the healing process that I need to move through this learning lesson, to move through this situation, to move through this experience. Talk to us at any time. Share with us your fears and concerns, as well as your joys and pleasures. You can tell your guides, I'm really scared that closing this door, I'm making a mistake. I'm scared of the future. I'm unsure of where to go. I don't feel any kind of stability. Whatever it is that you're feeling, let it out to them. Get it out of your body. Use your voice and express it. And ask them to show you the next steps. Ask them to show you the validation if you need the validation. Ask them to show you how to deepen your love for self. And open yourself to signs and synchronicities that follow. They're always around and they're always with you. There's no need to be formal, for we have known you since before the dawn of time. In fact, we know you better than you know yourself. We love you just as you are. And I get past life, soul family, that kind of energy from that part of the card. It's like a family of energies that recognize each other and know each other and are there to kind of energetically hold our hand as we move through and process forward. But the key here is forward. Doors close for a reason. Trust it. Instead of trying to force it open and to stay in a room that you no longer belong, trust that it's not for you anymore. Now, before I close for this pile, just know that if you are in a happy, loving relationship and you're happy in that and all is well, Don't make the pieces fit. If this doesn't resonate with you on a deep level and you just, it clicks, this reading is not for you, choose another pile. Or I do want to do more past life readings in the future. You can wait until then. There's lots of information that can come through. It comes through when it comes through. Anyway, so much love to you. Thank you so much. And I'm going to move on to pile number 2 now. Okay, pile number 2. Oh yes, this one had all the cards. Normally when this many cards pop out, I put them all back in, but as soon as I touched them, I was like, no, these all are a part of this. And I'm hearing deeper emotional healing. How am I going to do this? Let's see if these will fit. And with this one, we have forgiveness. And we have the King of Cups and the Ace of Swords. Okay. I looked at these cards when they came out, but I haven't looked at them since, so I'm just sitting with them. I'm just skimming. Okay. Okay. I'm going to read these 2 big cards and then I'll go from there. I'm feeling this one first. As the seasons of life turn, remember, your life and all your experiences are driven by the invisible wheels of love. Life is an eternal ocean, and death and rebirth are the rising and falling of the same wave. Attached to every ending is a new beginning. You are a beautiful soul. Look within and you will see it. There is a pearl in your heart. Close your eyes and feel it. The most precious thing is inside you. Calm your mind and meditate, and you will feel your soul's infinite spiritual realm. In looking within, you will never go without. Okay. It's interesting what I'm feeling from this one. I'm just trying to get a good strong hold on it. It's the King of Cups. It's got a couple of messages for me, so I'm just trying to okay. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, so for this one, these are going to be the messages, the kind, gentle messages that I'm going to read at the end. This gave me a lot of information, and this is giving me a lot of information. So forgiveness, King of Cups, and Ace of Swords. So Spirit is wanting you to see things with a little bit more clarity, and more clarity is coming to you. And this is, let me just find my words. The past life aspect of self in your past life that trickled forward to this life. Now, this could be situations that happened also in this life that kind of created this within you, or this could just be something that you hold within you and unsure of how to release or how to move forward or how to know what it is. In a past life, and it could be more than one, because I'm seeing two birds here. It could be a relationship, but I feel like it's in more than one past life. It feels like a very subdued person, a person that was made to shrink, a person that was made to be quieter, a person that was made to not think big, a person that was made to feel inferior. This could have been male or female. It's not gender specific. But it feels like you, at your core, are a very sensitive, loving, caring, compassionate person. And it could be that you take care of those around you and you put them first. You're always putting others first before you. It's like a selflessness thing for this life that you could be doing, and just feel the need to do it. And it might feel more comfortable in doing that, but it might leave you feeling small and not seen, and not having that same energy reciprocated back to you. So it feels like in a past life, I don't know, maybe you were in I'm just seeing a family where there's lots of kids, and those kids had to, listen to the rules. They had to do what was expected from them. They didn't have much of a say in how things were going to go for their futures. Their futures were planned out, that kind of energy, right? Another aspect of a past life that I'm feeling is somebody in a relationship where they weren't able to use their voice to express what they wanted or what they needed or what they did not like or did not want. Another one that I'm picking up on is somebody who I'm trying to find the right words for this, but I'm getting a poverty feeling from this one, a poverty vibe. So it's almost like somebody who was very poor, or somebody who lived on the streets and couldn't get much and couldn't get out of that aspect of life, couldn't get out of being poor or being on the streets and needing to do what was necessary in order to survive, and not having a say, not being able to be who you wanted to be, or follow dreams, or learn who you are, or any of that. And it feels like those kinds of situations that trickled into this life. So you might feel like you need to be quiet and let others speak, or when you make food for people, everybody else eats first and you'll eat last. Or if you're in a relationship, they might have the main say or be in the most control. Or, just like I could continue giving situations or examples. But I think I'm going to leave it at that and just move along with the reading. It feels like when it comes to this life, I just heard learning to take your power back, learning how to empower yourself with your voice, and learning to follow your dreams, and learning to deepen your knowledge of who you are. Finding your voice, finding your voice and using it, and not feeling like the world is going to slip out from under you. Because, a lot of times back in the day, if you disagreed with what your elders chose for you, and there wasn't much. Like it's sometimes life was planned for them. Anyways, I got to stop tuning into the past and focus on the right now. But it feels like when it comes to right now, learning to find your voice, learning to build your confidence, learning to deepen your knowledge of who you are, what you like, what you don't like, standing up for yourself, saying no when you don't want to, not forcing yourself, making a delicious meal and being the first to eat, putting yourself on a pedestal. Once in a while, it's absolutely needed and absolutely deserved, and it is not selfish. It is a form of self-love and self-care. It feels like being more gentle on yourself in your inner world, and breaking free and breaking loose aspects of that past life energy or past lives energy, so that you can feel that empowerment in this life, so that you can build your own I want to say, not a wall though, but I just see somebody putting bricks down, laying bricks down, building your own foundation. Thank you, Spirit. Building your own foundation, so that when somebody comes in and tries to overpower what you like and what you don't like, you already have that strong foundation. And you're like, no, I don't like that. That doesn't fit on my foundation. That's not going to work for me. And it will help. It will trickle forward in relationships, and it will trickle forward in friendships and family aspects in positive ways. It can be difficult when people change, the people around them, especially if they are put on a pedestal more than you, and you start to take the pedestal back and make it more even. They might have a little bit of issues with that. And seeing the situation more clearly and with more forgiveness to yourself, you might need to walk away from some people. You absolutely might need to walk away from some people. Feeling that energy with the Ace of Swords, and the King of Cups is bringing that love towards yourself. Growing into a kind, compassionate, loving, caring human, but in that king energy. It doesn't necessarily mean male. It's just a masculine energy. This is not gender specific. But bringing that aspect to yourself. I am a kind, caring, compassionate person, and I deserve to be treated with the same energies that I give others. I put others on a pedestal, and I deserve the same from them. What I give, I also deserve to receive. So opening up to receive, and letting go of those who just won't budge and don't have it to give. But knowing that they played a role to help you to see that you needed to stand up for yourself, that you needed to find your voice, that you needed to strengthen your own knowledge of self, of what you like and what you don't like. So even if it feels like, they don't get me, and there could be anger there, I hope that you were able to find an aspect of appreciation that they brought. They decided to play that role in this lesson for you to learn. And this lesson for you to learn to get stronger and more empowered, and move past the past life aspect into a more kinder you towards you. So I'm just going to read these. as fast as I can. I do feel like it is messages of healing the inner world, being kinder to yourself, being more gentle with yourself. I feel that. So I'm going to try to read. No, I'm not going to read it through the camera. It's too wobbly. Self-criticism. We, your angels, ask you to please be more compassionate towards yourself. Observe the times when you have critical thoughts about you and make an effort to replace these negative thoughts with positive, loving ones. You are a wondrous being of light. Even if at times you think you are less than perfect, remember that God and divine perfection exists in all things. Jewel. Every event in life presents us with a new opportunity to experience even greater love. There is a jewel to be found within every teardrop. There's a jewel to be found within every teardrop. We, your angels, are guiding the current events. This is a time in which you and those close to you will emerge strengthened by ever greater bonds of love. Trust. There is nothing to fear. There is only love. Even if there's people that you need to release and walk away from or distance, it's not a bad thing. It's a form of self-love, and that is never a bad thing. Guardian angel, trust. All unfolds in perfect timing. You are one with divine will. Focus only on love, and all you truly desire will manifest at the most perfect moment. Be patient. I, your guardian angel, am watching over you. Compassion. Be compassionate toward, dear one, be compassionate towards yourself. Surrender the self-criticism. It's the inner world. Surrender the self-criticism and fear that has you believing the need to improve in order to be worthy. You are perfect just as you are. The only thing that needs to change is your perception. You will come to realize the jewel you are when you love and honor yourself as you are. I feel like all these coming out, a multiple amount, is the reassurance and validation that you are needing at this time. And if that resonates with you, I'm sending you the biggest hugs. I totally understand. Inner child. Nurture. Try to get it in the camera. Nurture your inner child and begin to express the awesome beauty you hold within you. We live in a world where a formula exists for everything, yet love and creativity have no formula. They do not need to be studied, simply nurtured. Regularly set aside some time to just play. And with that inner child, it's that inner criticism, learning to be kinder to yourself and learning aspects of yourself that you can bring forward with that confidence. Patience. Patience is required at the moment. You may feel that things are not moving as fast as you would like, yet there is a lot going on energetically. The current situation causing concern is evolving positively. Let go and have patience. You will eventually realize that this whole event was in fact a blessing. All is perfect as it is. Trust. You are eternally loved and guided. How beautiful is that? Okay, my pile twos, I hope you resonated with that. I hope you enjoyed it. Any feedback, I would love to hear it. Thank you so much. I'm going to move on to pile number 3 now. Okay, do that. See if I can get that all in there. Yay! Okay, it's interesting. Walls, wall. I am going to read this card. This card signifies expansion and the accomplishment and success that comes as a result of doing what you love or something that has great meaning for you. You are creating something of lasting value that will be enjoyed by others for years to come. A strong sense of teamwork and fulfillment abound. Okay. I am actually going to read these now. Positive outcome. At this very moment, you are sowing the seeds of your future. Throw your thoughts, feelings, beliefs, and attitudes. Through your thoughts, feelings, beliefs, and attitudes, whether through love, fear, or indifference, you are always creating something. So remember to keep your thoughts, beliefs, and attitudes positive, and you will create a positive outcome. It's a lot brighter on camera than it is in front of my face. It's very pastel-y. Calm your thoughts and move your awareness. That's interesting. A lot of thoughts. Calm your thoughts and move your awareness to a peaceful space inside your heart. Feel the ebb and flow of love, the eternal movement of the stars. Your life is forever unfolding to greater spheres of love. Relax and do not worry about anything, for all is well. You will soon enter a time of well-earned peace and tranquility. Okay, so aspects of past life that I am feeling for this one. So one of the past lives that I'm picking up on is somebody or people who were doing what they loved and got either imprisoned for it or prosecuted for it. It feels like a big block. So it's like it could have been somebody who was doing art, a specific kind of art. Also, I'm getting religions from this. So it could have been certain religions that were preventing you. It could have been belief systems. It could have been spiritual people. There was definitely a big, huge thing with that. I just heard homemaker. So I'm just trying to think. It feels like I'm getting this image of somebody at a table, like rolling dough, making dough. And there's like a window in front of them and they're looking outside and they're looking at what everybody else is able to do, but they're kind of stuck inside making that dough. So it could have been somebody who felt tied to a house or a place, or a certain role that they needed to play instead of expanding into something that they wanted to do. I'm just seeing what other past lives I'm able to pick up on. Definitely picking up on religion. Oof. Religion, Ireland is coming up, which is interesting. I like the most history I know about Ireland is anything that I see on movies. So I have no idea. But Ireland is coming up. This is a really nice looking prison. I'm not seeing a really nice looking prison inside my mind's eye. It very much feels religion, very religion based, very, very religion based. But it feels like what was brought forward from those past lives is almost like a fear of doing what you love, doing what you know, doing what your soul calls you to do, for fear of prosecution, judgment, being blocked, being persecuted. I don't know if I said that word already. Being not looked at with respect, like a fear. And it feels like a deep fear. It feels like a seed of fear that is just sitting there. And it's like, if I do too much of what I love, I'm going to get in trouble. If I do too much of what I love, I'm going to get hurt. I'm going to get prosecuted. I'm going to get stoned. I'm going to get, you know, killed, whatever it is. But it definitely has an old story background. Like it doesn't feel, it feels very old. This could have been something that you experienced in multiple lives. Like 1300s is popping up in front of my eyes. So is 1400s. That's a long time ago. I'm getting even further back. I don't know history that well, so I don't know, but it feels like a long time of wanting to do what you want to do deep down inside and not being able to. So it's interesting. It's like, for this life, learning to maneuver through those fears. This could be, it's really interesting that I'm getting this. But I heard lawyer and I felt it. So it's almost like somebody, I'm just seeing if they want to give me anything more in regards to the lawyer aspect. The law. The law. The hands on the law. What does that mean? Hands on the law. Hands in the law. Hands in the law. Maybe you were thinking about being an advocate for people who are in the system. Maybe that wasn't allowed back then. Maybe you want to be part of the system where people who break the law, you help to bring them to justice. That's a completely different trail than what I was feeling, but I picked up on it, and I do want to voice it for whoever resonates with it. But it feels like, instead of the law getting you getting the law. I don't quite understand that. It's really interesting. I'm gonna pull another card. The law. Okay, let's see what comes out. Can I get more information about the law? Hands in the law. Law in their hands. Fear of law. Okay. Fear of law, and then the King of Pentacles. Can I get one more? Ooh. In the world. That's interesting. Can I get one more? Okay, and then I got the two. It very much feels like the need to feel safe and what it is that you want to grow, and allowing fear, the cycle of fear, to come to an end so that you feel safe in making the choice that you want. So basically in this life, it feels like you're wanting to do something and holding yourself back because there's an aspect of fear and it runs really deep and it stops you. It stops you from any movement forward on that which you want, that which you feel you can do, something that you crave or something that you really feel like you'd be very good at and you can picture it in your mind. And it feels like making that choice to do that is extremely scary, and you might have talked to other people about it and they don't understand where that fear comes from within you or understand why you're so scared. Like, why are you so scared? Just go for it. And it's like, okay, I'm gonna go for it. And then you go for it and it's like, I can't do it. That kind of energy, right? But it's like learning that you are safe, learning that you are on a strong foundation, learning that you are protected, that all is well. All is well. It feels like learning the strength to take control of that fear by doing an action. Okay, so what I'm getting from that one is it's almost like overthinking to the point of giving yourself anxiety. And it's interesting. I'm kind of picking up on like a sliver of depression because of the anxiety, because of not being able to do what you want to do. But this anxiety, and it's like, I want to do this, I can't. And then the anxiety, I want to do this, but I can't. And anxiety, sometimes the best way forward is to face that anxiety right head on and to do the thing so that the anxiety doesn't have that power over you anymore. And then you start doing the thing and the anxiety starts to subside because you're doing the thing. So it can't pop up anymore because I have anxiety about doing this thing, but I'm not doing the thing. And that's giving me anxiety because I'm not doing the thing. So when you do the thing, anxiety no longer has a home in that aspect within self. So it's like taking control of your thoughts, giving yourself positive affirmations. I'm going to, one step at a time, and they can be baby steps, move towards this thing that I crave, that I want, that I know I can do, and I'm going to move towards it. Because there's something that wants to end so that a whole new beginning can start. And it feels like you know this. You know this. You've already, in your mind, you've already picked it. So it's just trusting that situations won't happen like how they used to before, that it's safe now. We live in a completely different society. It's, a lot has changed and a lot has opened up to us. But it feels like working towards that thing and finding your strength and moving past that anxiety is going to help to release those past life energies, that seed of fear that sits in the stomach. It's going to help to release that. It's going to bring it forward and it's going to allow it to go. And then moving forward to next lives, wherever you may go, that aspect of yourself will be healed. And it also feels like there's going to be new experiences had that you've been craving for a long time. Like you've been craving it for lives, not just this life. Like it's been a deep craving. And you'll get to experience that in this life. Can I just get a card of new experiences? Yeah, I had a feeling. Four of Wands. This one talks about family celebrations. It talks about marriage. It talks about commitment. It talks about partnerships. It talks about community, happiness, building a strong foundation. For those of you who are not married and are wanting to get married, and this could be something that you weren't able to do, is maybe marry somebody that was completely different from what would be expected in this life. Could be like interreligious or interracial, whatever the words are. It's people. But maybe in a past life you were not able to marry this person or to expand past what you were born into, and now you're able to. That's what wants to come towards you. So releasing that fear and taking the action towards what you crave would be extremely beneficial for you at this time. So that's all I have for pile number 3. I hope you guys enjoyed these readings. I do feel like I want to do more of them. I'm really enjoying this. If any of this resonated with you, or if you have any positive feedback, I would greatly appreciate it. I am all eyes and ears. And I send everybody so much love, so much love all the time, from my heart to yours. Thank you very much. Bye.